McLaren arrived in Imola anticipating a dominant performance, but Max Verstappen delivered a resounding victory at the 2025 Grand Prix. What went wrong for Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri? Is Red Bull back on top? Let's analyze every detail of this race that shocked Formula 1. Hello F1 fanatics! How are you all doing? This is Rodrigo Santos, and today we're diving deep into the Imola GP, a race that left McLaren fans with their hearts in their mouths. How could the Orange team, which had been flying high this season, lose so decisively to Verstappen? Was it a strategic error? A lack of pace? Or did Red Bull simply deliver a checkmate? So buckle up and come with me to find out what happened. Let's start with the facts. Max Verstappen of Red Bull crossed the finish line first, with the smile of someone who knows they've silenced the critics. Lando Norris of McLaren finished second, and Oscar Piastri, also of McLaren, took third place. Looking at the podium, it seems like McLaren did well, right? Wrong, folks. This race was a cold shower for the Woking team. They arrived in Imola with sky-high expectations after very strong races in 2025. But right at the first corner, Verstappen took the lead and opened up a gap. McLaren tried, chased after him, but didn't have the pace to catch the Dutchman. How can this be? What happened to the car that was being called the fastest on the grid? Lando Norris gave a frank assessment after the race. He said, "Our car wasn't comfortable in the high-speed corners. Red Bull was significantly superior there." This is a major problem, fanatics. Imola is a track that mixes fast corners like Tamburello and Acqua Minerale with technical sectors. McLaren, which had been shining on various circuits, simply struggled in the high-speed sections. And what makes it worse? Red Bull brought upgrades to Verstappen's car, and it seems these updates were a masterstroke. The RB21 was glued to the asphalt, while Norris and Piastri seemed to be fighting to keep their cars in line. Did McLaren underestimate Red Bull, or did these upgrades from the Austrian team change the game? Leave your opinion in the comments, because I want to know, is Red Bull back to dominance, or was it just a lucky day? Now, let's talk about a point that's generating a lot of discussion: McLaren's strategy. Oscar Piastri, who isn't one to mince words, spoke openly about it. He said the team made some wrong calls during the race. One of them was a pit stop on lap 14, too early, which dropped Piastri into the middle of traffic. Imagine the scene. You're fighting for a podium with a competitive car, and suddenly, you're stuck behind slower cars on hard tires that were already giving up. To make matters worse, a safety car appeared at the crucial moment and shuffled everything. Piastri finished third, but with the look of someone who wanted to argue with the strategist on the radio. So folks, what do you think? Is McLaren faltering in their pit stop decisions? Or was it just one of those days when nothing goes right? Send in your 2 cents in the comments, because this debate is heating up. One thing is certain, McLaren has a competitive car, but Imola showed that they have homework to do, and the next challenge is tough. The Monaco GP, a track that doesn't forgive mistakes. If they don't adjust the car, Verstappen could extend his lead even further in the championship. Speaking of the championship, let me provoke you. Who has their hand on the trophy in 2025? Max Verstappen, who drives like he's playing a video game? Lando Norris, who is improving with every race? Or perhaps McLaren, who is still in the fight with 2 very strong drivers? And there's more. Ferrari, who had a disastrous qualifying in Imola, still has a chance to turn the tables. Tell us in the comments, because here at F1 Fanatics, we want this debate to be lively. And don't forget, which driver is surprising you the most this season? Is it Piastri, who is showing personality? Or perhaps Ollie Behrman, who had a race of ups and downs in Imola? Place your bets, fanatics! Speaking of Ollie Behrman, he also gave us something to talk about, but that's a topic for another video. Today the focus is McLaren and this stumble in Imola. They left the race with more questions than answers. Will they adjust the car for Monaco? Will the strategy improve? Or will Verstappen and Red Bull turn the championship into a walk in the park? I, Rodrigo Santos, am curious to see what's next. And you, leave in the comments, what's your prediction for the next GP? And who will be the big name of the season? Before wrapping up, a heartfelt message. If you enjoyed this analysis, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to F1 Fanatics, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Share this video with the folks who love Formula 1 and come debate with us. Tell us in the comments what you thought of the Imola GP and which team or driver is stealing the show in 2025. Until next time, fanatics, and let's go!